Yeah, I'm with Cyan.
Okay,
I still don't have Kaldi though.
Oh, I wrote to add. Yeah, I will PM him again to add you.
Yeah.
So we see Kaldi is playing Reno Freeze Mage as well. It's gonna be interesting.
So what do you think overall Freeze Mage against Hunter, and what do you think about Cyan's decision to start with Hunter?
It super depends on the Hunter list actually. There are some Hunter lists which, like Face Hunter is super unfavored.
Yeah, but if you play like, I think actually Hybrid is the best because you have the best of two worlds. You have the sticky minions, the shredders and the Highmans, and you have the charges. So I actually think like Hybrid is the best, but it's still, I don't know, it's pretty even, I would say.
And something like Argent Horse Ride is actually really good against Freeze Mage because it's both sticky and it's a charge minion.
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons why we. Yeah, that's why we used it for Seed Story actually. Like one of the reasons.
Yeah, so it's just pretty good start for Kaldi, we can see here. I mean, having this minions, low cost, this is pretty much what Freeze Mage always want to.
What do you think about hitting face that Crane instead of trading with the 2-1?
Well, he has the trap, and usually the Freeze Mages, they try to not proc the traps for a long time. So I like just going for it.
I mean, like, because you would rather want to freeze the scientist, right? Because Castro he still has to pay mana. I think I would have traded if it was me, because it's such a tempo swing. He is gonna.
Like, you're gonna freeze the med scientist here.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder why he would trade with the scientist first. Was it better against snakes? I guess.
I'm not sure.
I think that was just unless he drew all of his secrets, this was probably just a mistake.
Yeah, but I mean, well, the hand of Kaldi is like not that bad right now. He can do pretty much everything he wants to. But yeah, that's the small mistake, definitely. Is he gonna go for something like
Emperor? I mean, he has Antonidas in hand. He has Frostbolt.
It's really good on the kind of hand because
he has like a freeze and doomsday as well.
And he also lowering the cost of Antonidas, which is obviously very good. But as Cyan, you have high main right now. You have a lot of pressure, and you also have Lotep. Yeah, Lotep is the main here, right? If you have like Lotep in this matchup, it's pretty much done for your side. But kind of cold on the side of Kaldi. The position, could he done it better?
He had Flame Tongue like in the middle. That was like, there's nothing he could do there.
Yeah, it's just nothing.
Okay, so he couldn't place it on right side or something like that.
I imagine we're gonna see a Haunted Creeper here.
I guess Freezing Trap is not
like... freezing.
Yeah, Freezing Trap is not bad too. It all depends if you want to play like Creeper right now or not.
Yeah, that's the only decision here, really.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Why not?
It's really weak to a Blizzard.
Yeah, Blizzard can wreck everything.
Thinking about playing it next turn.
So that's a trap for boss players, and we know that's Freezing Trap for Hunter.
We got the Ice Barrier. Yeah, I would say this game is almost certainly gonna go in favor of Kaldi.
Yeah, and he has
if he knows what he's doing, he's gonna just grind this game out. And I think he does know.
Yeah, he goes with the Antonidas. Do you like that play? I mean, was there anything better than that?
It has a high chance of sticking, and it has to be killed. He's currently at 28 life. I think this is just pretty safe.
Yeah, this is insane. And if you're Cyan, are you up to go with Lotep because you want to stop Antonidas?
Or either that or killing it.
Yeah, like you can't. I don't even think you can set up for lethal the next turn.
Yeah, I mean there's almost no way, just because. Also, Ice Barrier is a secret for mage.
I feel
bad again, kill it. If you kill it, how do you win? I just don't see a way. Like,
Yeah, this is so hilarious to do, but I don't feel like he had anything else to do. Just as Crane said, it was necessarily to kill the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no way. There was no winning line left, and he did something, and yeah. I don't think we can fault him either way. There's just no winning line.
Yeah, now almost no cards in Saiyan hand, and then pretty much he just like can't deal that much damage for Kaldi. And Kaldi has all the time in the world he needs right now.
Question is, would it have changed anything if he had played the Haunted Creeper, played into the Blizzard, but instead have
Yeah,
4...
you mean the turn when there was Doomsday, right?
Yeah, he would have had 4 power on board. He would still have to trade really awkwardly.
Yeah, that was really awkward there.
Yeah, I guess he could maybe unleash Abusive instead.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 minions, but I don't think like he would still have lost the game. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, he likes to freeze these scientists.
Yeah.
This time it was fine though.
So
Yeah,
he has 1 ice bug left in his deck. He wants to pick up his last ice barrier. So
Yeah.
also generally in this matchup, if you're at a higher life total, it's always better to play ice barrier first, because if you get low enough, the hunter can just hero power. You don't have to attack. He'll command you.
Wait, so how many 2-offs do you think Kaldi has left? He should have an Icelands, right?
Yeah.
And then of course, yeah. Yes, maybe
doesn't-
that's the only thing.
Yeah, probably
what
only
about
Icelands.
Acolyte?
No, I think they're on one Acolyte now, right?
They run 1
That's
Acolyte?
the Icelands.
Yeah, I think that's... yeah, there's the Iceland, so probably Reno Jackson is now active. Should be active. Because they usually run 1 Acolyte right now. It depends on the player, but yeah, I usually see 1 Acolyte right now.
Yeah, it makes sense. Shouldn't be a secret. Yeah, it wasn't. Yep, as predicted, Reno.
Yeah, true.
At this point, it didn't matter if it healed, actually. It would just be a minion to threaten Saiyan with. Since he knows there are no more secrets and no more freezing. He can just try to kill Saiyan now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like almost no way.
Has like a decent amount of
Is there-
damage.
is
I think he just has lethal.
Is there, guys, any way for Saiyan to come back in this game? Or anything like that?
I mean, the game is over.
Yeah. I agree with that. There is like GG, and the first game goes to the Kaldi's hand. And I don't know, it just was too good of a draws from Kaldi, right? Just very good start with low cost minions, everything he needed basically. Just got the secret out, just got the...
schedule, or we played, and it was against the Mill Mage. Oh, sorry,
Milrogue.
Milrogue, yeah.
Yeah. And then he just knew it was Milrogue and just crushed him.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
bit
he was
awkward
pretty
for
upset.
players for sure, yeah. This is really awkward for players, not to mention, but...
It was like 50-50 and JJ disconnected, and JJ was so mad because now he knew that the other guy was Milrogue, and he just killed him easily.
Yeah.
But there's nothing much you can do about it. Just disconnects happen, I guess. Well, at DreamHack it was kind of the setup that was the fault. But when it's the servers, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, there's like, sometimes it happens, right? Nothing we can do, but let's hope that it's not gonna continue like that. But I guess we have to move into NA in the future matches for sure. We're gonna see how this one ends. We hope that this match at least gonna end okay on you. But
Saiyan is
Saiyan...
playing a bit too fast for my taste.
Uh-huh. But, I mean, he has the hand, maybe he's playing regarding to his hand. I mean, I don't see any...
I think, yeah, he just wants to get the, like, Deadly SI next turn. So he kind of wants to I mean, he's essentially wasting a backstab, but he's also wasting like a Deadly if he wants to Deadly SI the turn after.
Yeah.
If you, like, hit with the weapon instead of backstab.
Do you hit with the weapon here, by the way, or just keep it for like?
Nah, you have the flurry.
So you keep it
This
for
is
the
no
better upgrades, such as soil.
Yeah, just until you have to flurry, until you can kill a mad scientist or something. Also, it combos with eviscerate to kill a doomsayer.
Yeah,
You
so
don't want to waste resources.
It's a lot worse than before.
yeah, but Cyan got the sprint right now,
Yeah,
which is
sprint
not
is a
bad.
big deal actually. You don't need the prep in this matchup.
But this time the hand is definitely worse, just as Indran mentioned. And Kaldi just going for Blizzard, killing everything on the board. Cyan needs to pick up minion right now.
I didn't. This is why I didn't like just spending the backstab and the deadly, just to combo 2 damage with your SI. I feel like it's just a waste of resources. Of course, he picked up the sprint, so he gets to refill. But he didn't actually have to sprint at that point.
He attacked with the weapon right now. What was that attack about? It's like
he drew the Tinker's sharp sword, right? So he needs to get he needs to spend his like weapons.
So do you attack the acolyte here to give less draw to the mage player? Yeah, just do that. So Kaldi, he has already Alexstrasza in hand, and as we see, Cyan doesn't have the heal bot yet in his hand. So
That would be a big Van Cleef next turn, I think.
Yeah, he has to go for it.
Likely.
You usually like to go for big Van Cleef against freeze mages because they don't like.
It's not the best spot to make a big cleave though, since the freeze mage has so many cards.
Yeah.
And you have nothing else than your Van Cleef.
And I guess Kaldi can easily take this game away if Cyan will not find any heal bot or something like that. It feels really bad for Cyan right now.
Yeah, that was a good pickup.
Yeah,
I wonder if we will even...
Wow.
Kaldi has 2 freezes even and Doomsayer.
So next turn should be a Van Cleef turn then, because he just went.
He could have made an 8/8 already if he was willing to spend his prep. But he probably wants to prep the oils out because they're actually really hard to play as combo if you don't use a preparation. Because they're so mana heavy.
That's true. So Kaldi goes for second arcane intellect, finds another mad scientist. You can basically.
So Kaldi basically just needs to survive. He can Alex next turn. He can, if he doesn't get popped. How much damage does Cyan have, right?
I mean,
he has a lot of damage.
It's a lot, but I don't feel he can break the.
He could pop. He could pop.
No,
Pretty
ice.
Sure, right?
No, ice barrier there. I mean, it's probably not possible. Or
well, he
is
just
it?
gave him the barrier.
Yeah.
No, he had the barrier, right? He gave him the block.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 31? Probably not.
No, that's pretty hard to break something like that. But again, it's not a big deal. He has a big Van Cleef right now, and it's maybe not the best spot. But you can go with Alexstrasza now, right? Because you probably have enough damage. Does he have enough damage though? After Alexstrasza?
Yeah, he has plenty damage. He has a Pyroblast and a Fireball.
Yeah, but if you go for Alexstrasza now and then you're getting procced and you don't have enough damage on the following turn after Alexstrasza.
You still have an Ice Block in hand.
Oh, so you just go for it, right? You just go with Alexstrasza, his opponent face. Or is it anything better?
I don't know if you actually have to go that aggressive. Your hand size is so big. You have a lot of freezes. I think you can maybe justify also going to for a grind out.
So you mean just like freeze and doomsay or something like that?
If you go aggressive, you risk the Lothar and heal bot. You see, Cyan only has 10 cards left in his library.
Yeah, but Kaldi is
kind of. Yeah. Both plays are justifiable.
Yeah. But I still feel like he needed both, right? Just one was not enough.
Yeah, exactly. He needed both, and Kaldi doesn't necessarily know what's in Saiyan's deck. He doesn't know if there is even a heal bot. So.
Yeah, so Saiyan right now can proc the block as well as clear the Alexstrasza with the flurry. So not a bad turn for
Oh,
Cyan.
he can prog at 1. Yeah, he can prog at 1.
Yeah, he can even... no, I guess it's gonna be at 2, right? Oh, it's 1. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
full damage.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot about it. Yeah. So he procs at 1, which is pretty good. But Kaldi needs like to find another fireball or frostbolt. Oh, even healbot.
Kaldi has 23 damage already,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If he blocks into fireball, frostbolt, icelands.
Oh man.
Yeah. Then he has Pyro
it's
next
exactly-
turn.
Yep.
So it's Cyan who needs to find an additional heal or Lothar.
Lothar. Yeah,
Oh,
would
Lothar
be
should
enough.
be. Yeah, would be good.
And he has Drake, so he actually has 2 draws. So he'll be down to 7 cards.
So Kaldi goes with Ice Block and Fireballing Cyan's face.
Yeah, and frostbolt, icelands for sure.
Just do it.
Just put him at 10 health.
In a range.
I
of
believe
the
this is why he
fire
went for
blast.
the Alex, because he knew he could beat a heal bot.
Yeah, true.
It's probably
I
why
mean,
he
was his chances really higher of winning by going the grinder route than like
Nope.
beating?
That's not it. That's not it. So GG, and
Yeah.
Kaldi takes home another victory. Gonna be 2-0 for Kaldi. Cyan can be a little bit frustrated about this because, I mean,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I mean,
he had better hand than the
though.
previous game though. I mean,
I think he had the worst hand this game of the.
yeah. But no, I mean the worst hand wasn't in the first game, I guess. And the second it was good, and now it was.
Oh, he had a
okay.
good hand in the first game as well. Yeah, he could make like an early.
Prep
Cleave.
sprint, cleave.
He had prep sprint in the second, I think, but he had like Lothar and Healbot and Van Cleef and the coin in the first one. So I think it was the worst one here. Like what can you do? It's like it's not something we can deal with. It's just how the service is, unfortunately.
Yeah, we can stream some Brawl at least. Why do we care about the tournament? Just go play Brawl. So last can be last game for Cyan right now. He has to decide whether to go with. I mean, he can only go with Mage. What I'm talking about. He has nothing to do.
I think he would love to go with Warrior if he could, but
it's gonna be some.
Let's hope for him he doesn't that he has a Reno Jackson in his deck. Otherwise, I think the Reno deck will always win the mirror because of.
Hey, no, not like if you get Alex early, and you have the follow up, you can beat the Reno, right?
Yeah, because
Like,
Indran is a hater of Reno.
Duplicates that Reno will go off pretty late on average.
I remember that Indran is a big hater of Reno. Reno Mage.
Oh, I also don't think Reno is that great of a card.
Of course, you're the same team. You're the same team.
Well, we don't always agree. I can tell you this much.
Yeah. I mean, of course you cannot agree on everything, but I've heard from Indran.
It's a card that people love to love, like because people love to hate aggro, and it counters aggro. So,
yeah,
I think people are biased. The same way people are biased about Felrio because you hate to lose card from your own deck.
Oh yeah. And now we see Novice Engineer from Kaldi, so we can pretty much tell that there is only one Acolyte in the deck. Because usually you run one Novice Engineer and one Acolyte or two Acolytes in this Reno Jackson deck. And that's why they actually made to not have that many copies.
Yeah.
Cyan does have Reno Jackson.
Cyan has to decide right now whether to go with 2-drop or coin 3-drop.
I think the Acolyte is the way to go.
Yeah, I guess
I
like...
wonder.
Yeah,
he's
he
gonna
could
frostball
frostball
it,
it, yeah. I mean, do you like playing the frostbolting here?
I don't know. Also in the mirror, you don't want to cycle too much, especially if it's a Reno Freeze Mage's mirror. So I don't know if it's worth a frostbolt.
You don't want to cycle because you don't want to have your hand full, because right, something.
But you
like
still
that.
have to cycle in the early game, so.
Mm-hmm.
Spending a
I actually,
frostbolt.
I like spending frostbolt there because otherwise you could give like 3 cards to opponent. It's not feeling that good. And I must consider that Cyan seems to be in the same position as Kaldi, because Kaldi has almost the same hand as Cyan. I mean, he can also go with double 2-drop if he wants to, right?
I think actually fatigue is gonna play a huge role in this matchup because they both have Reno.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true.
I don't know about.
So where do you decide?
Frostbolting
Where do you decide in this game? Are you going to fatigue or not? Can you guys tell? Is there any point in that game where you can just decide that you go into fatigue game?
If the other guy drew a bunch more than you, and you don't have Alex, then you can't even go for the aggressive route most of the time.
So in this matchup, you basically most of the times go into fatigue, right? I mean, with Reno Jackson, not like before when it was like freeze mage against freeze mage, but with the addition of Reno Jackson, it feels like it came down to fatigue more and more right now.
Yeah, in the Reno freeze mage mirror, I think it will go to fatigue quite often. Also because if you don't get your Alex super early, then you feel very uncomfortable trying to kill your opponent. So even if your opponent doesn't have Reno, you might never want to proc him because you don't know that he doesn't have Reno. And you'll be afraid of it.
As far as I heard, in this matchup you never attack with your minions to not give your opponent 8 more HP, right?
You don't want to give him armor. So even if you can never test for the block unless you have more than 8 power on the board.
Yeah, like you can hit with 8. Alex. You can hit with Alex, obviously.
Yeah.
You don't hit with a 2-2. It's not worth it.
And also, people have their hands. You have your hand clogged up a lot in the mirror, where you actually want to spend cards, but you don't have any good cards to spend. But Ice Barrier is one of those cards that if you actually proc the secret, then he gets to play his own second barrier.
Yeah. There is a huge difference, it seems, between these two players right now, because Saiyan is about to play Tauri-san. Kaldi doesn't have Tauri-san. It's actually really big difference, right, in this matchup.
But he doesn't have any good cards to throw Tauri-san on. He wants to have some. Yeah.
So he's not even going for it.
Now it became much better.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get the discount on the right cards, stuff like Antonidas and cheap burn like Frostbolt and Icelands, which is exactly what he has.
So now it's like much better for Saiyan. But on the other hand, if Kaldi
has drawn 4 more cards, that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's true. So if you're Kaldi right now, what are you going to do? Just like, can you throw away the Doomsayer in this case? Do you even need the Doomsayer here? I mean,
it doesn't feel like the best Doomsayer turn, but
I mean, just to lower your hand size.
Yeah, exactly. He has to spend the card.
I think Kaldi just wants Alex. Like, he has to kill him first, right? Like, he's forced to be the aggressor because he has drawn more.
But if you're Saiyan, do you ever go with Tauri-san just to lower cost of your hand right now, or you just skip the turn, something like that?
Maybe the way you play this matchup is that you actually burn the opponent's face down in health instead of Alexing.
Mm-hmm.
And then force the other guy to Reno once he's out of cards. Or is it better the other way around, where you Alex and then you burn him after he Renos?
Yeah, I guess Alex is better first than burn, right?
No, because you can. Alex only takes 1 turn, but burning 15 damage probably takes more than 1 turn, unless you get to save exactly fireball.
So you're saying you just want like burn him to 15, keep him there, and then like
yeah, wait until fatigue.
Yeah, it should be a good strat. Oh my god,
it's like the best way to play around Reno, I guess.
Kaldi gets Alexstrasza right now. This is.
I haven't thought it through, but some version of that should be the optimal way of playing the mirror.
It just goes with Blizzard because he needs to, of course.
Yeah, that's very
got his Alex though.
Yeah, I mean Alex is a huge hero for Kaldi, but Saiyan, he can go with the.
Yeah, this is a good Emperor turn. This is perfect.
Yeah, but I guess Kaldi is not scared to go with Alexstrasza right now, or is
he?
You're always scared when a freeze mage has Emperor and a full hand.
Yeah, because he can just burst you down, right?
This is the point where you can do what I just said. You can start burning your opponent because you actually get the damage back because you're using Anto.
Yeah, and you also have Tauri-san.
Wait a turn.
I mean, not Tauri. You have the Antonidas right now. You can even refill your hand with more burst while bursting your opponent.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
you can just use Alex defensively. His JustSaiyan
like
hasn't
this.
drawn as much. Yeah.
Oh,
I like
I
this
like,
better,
yeah, I
actually.
like Pyroblast too here. He can't even Alexstrasza his face right now.
I imagine he's saving his Ento until he can actually spend the stuff like freezing a real minion.
Wow, Torch is...
Makes a lot of sense.
Torch should be a good pickup here, right? It gives you even more...
I think he's just
fireballs.
gonna freeze the board.
He goes for Alexstrasza
Oh, he's gonna
here.
kill it.
Gonna Cone of Cold.
That's an interesting decision, right?
He doesn't have any AoE, otherwise he could just wait and burn it down over time with AoEs, which would be more beneficial. But since he has absolutely zero of those, he just kills it now. I think it's fine, given his hand.
Yeah.
But usually you just freeze it and then burn face.
And
Yeah, he could have popped next turn if he Frostbolt Iceland faced and Frost Nomads. He could have popped.
it's very hard decision for Kaldi to make here,
But
right?
I guess it doesn't matter popping like at this point because Kaldi only has 7 cards left, so there's a good chance he can already Reno. So I guess it's not that impactful to puck.
Okay, if you're Kaldi right now, are you going with Antonidas and killing the opponent Antonidas? I mean, he doesn't have the Frostbolt, so he can't even do that, right? He can just Firebolt ping, and you have to get rid of it.
I like this. I think you want more fireballs from your own Antonidas than just 2 of them. Because if he went Antonidas, Frostbolt, Icelands, he would only get 2 fireballs, and he knows that Saiyan has a fireball ping.
And he doesn't have Frostbolt, unfortunately. If he had Frostbolt, it might would be better. I'm not sure, but yeah, even Frostbolt, Fireball in this.
Oh wow.
He just lost
They're
the turn.
actually pretty
somehow.
even in fatigue now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Saiyan is just trying to be just like 1 card behind Kaldi. Because Kaldi was so far ahead that Saiyan could just like, he could just draw exactly the amount that he wants to be while still being behind.
It's also worth
something that-
noting that Saiyan has a Forgotten Torch in his hand, and Kaldi just used his, so he
Yeah.
can get 1 card less behind,
Yeah, exactly.
1 card more behind. Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm not sure if he can Reno yet. Maybe he can actually if he wants to.
So 8 cards left for Kaldi and 9 cards left for Saiyan. Yeah, pretty close though. So Saiyan just pinging face here, not going to do anything.
I think because he has the block, there's no point in using Reno. If he didn't have the block, you could say, okay, if my opponent kills me with some stupid play, then I would have that would only make sense if Emperor had been
So you
played.
basically want
then
your
you could-
opponent to go with damage right now on your face.
Yeah.
And then you
so
can
if
actually...
the pop, you can Reno.
But if there had been an Emperor, then the opponent could go Antonidas and then kill your face. And then you wouldn't be able to play Reno plus block and killing Antonidas. So if you didn't have the second block, you might actually go for an earlier Reno. But you don't have to do it now. Of course.
Yeah. You know what what would be the worst situation in this game? If players are disconnecting, it would be the worst situation, to be honest. Because
Don't jinx it.
no, I was not. But it should be like I just crossing my fingers. This game will not get disconnected or anything like that, because this is so Resident Sleeper to watch game like that. But it's so skillful at the same time. I mean,
I feel like JustSaiyan has this under control, right? Like he.
It
I
seems
feel
like...
I feel like in the Reno mirror, freeze match mirror, you shouldn't really draw.
Yeah, I like the situation from the Saiyan perspective more than from Kaldi's. But Kaldi is still playing so patiently. I mean,
It's kind of the same in the control warrior mirror, but like it became more defensively. So
He
it
really
will go
wants the
defensive
Emperor.
more often.
yeah, and,
It's kind
and
of the same
we
with
see
this.
Kaldi doesn't have a second Frostbolt. We know that he used one already, right? At the beginning of the game, and he used it on Acolyte, right? It was Kaldi who used one Frostbolt on Acolyte.
So honestly, Indran, do you ever think Saiyan is going to Alex himself in the face this game? Having Reno? I don't think so. Maybe there was like, maybe you can justify at some point going offensive Alex, quotation mark, just because the opponent has to kill it at some point. Because at some point you get into these situations where you actually have spent so much of your burn, and so much of your AoE just trying to spend your cards. So later on, it might actually be an idea.
It could be that Kaldi is forced to Reno at some point, like in fatigue, and then just Alex him afterwards in face.
Yep.
Like if you're not popped yourself, you're not.
And I mean, as long as the other guy has resources, you don't want to Alex because he just kills it. But like very late in the game.
Yeah, so there is like a couple of mess going here, right? You have to put your opponent to the right health, so he can die from fatigue, but at the same time you never want to die from fatigue, so you're gonna take care of your health too, and Reno at the time you need it, or maybe even Alexstrasza from Saiyan's hand. He can. I actually expect him to Alexstrasza his face at some point, probably. You were discussing.
It's interesting because I think Kaldi will wait for so long with his own Reno that. Yeah,
this game, this is so ridiculous. I mean, it's even worse than the Warrior Mirror, it seems.
Maybe when Kaldi is down to like one card, you just double Fireball ping him, and then he will play his Reno because he has to, and then you Alex.
Yeah,
that might be the way to do it.
Okay, yeah, that seems like a good plan to me.
Ooh, Kaldi can't wait any longer. He just goes for the. I feel like this is actually not a very good play.
He decided to go aggressive because he feels that he's behind, so it might be.
He only gained like 8 damage, right? Because he just spent double Icelands to deal 4 damage.
But at the same time, he has only Frostball left, and he has 6 cards left in his deck. So it is possible that his last Frostbolt is the last card in his hand, is in his deck or something like that. Then you can wait like forever for that. So it's basically maybe the play he needed to do.
I don't know. I feel like he could just wait a turn.
Yeah, it's of course you can tell like that, but we never know when he can draw Frostbolt or not. So maybe Kaldi feels that this game is like running out of his hands. And now, if you're Kaldi, like this is so awkward. You can't put your you can proc the block right now, but it's not even good enough, right? To proc the block here.
Not like he knows Kaldi's playing Reno, but I'm thinking, does Kaldi know that Saiyan is playing Reno? Like, it doesn't look like it.
Didn't he see Novice Engineer?
I guess.
Yeah.
But it just seems so weird doing the burst play if he knows he has Reno.
Yeah, so he did the burst play previous time, but right now he's chilling, not doing anything, just pinging his face. So he basically wants Saiyan to go with Reno, I guess. He's not proccing the block. I don't know, this match is so weird. I don't know, guys.
But Kaldi is forced to using Reno first because he's ahead.
Saiyan, yeah. Saiyan just using Reno right now.
Well, Saiyan knows that there's no Alex for his
opponent. This is really good.
Use it.
Yeah, and this is really great for Saiyan right here. I mean, just using Reno.
And he also knows that the Anto from Kaldi was really underwhelming.
Yeah, really.
So there's not that much damage left in his deck.
Yeah, I guess he just used it because like Kaldi used all his resources.
Yep.
Yeah, so Saiyan in a way better position, it feels like.
He can just flame strike, right?
Yeah, he can. He can just flame strike.
Like the last chance to flame strike something. He knows there's no more minions left if he's been keeping track, which I'm sure he has.
Like so, it's really interesting that holding Alex kind of changes so your opponent can't win.
Yeah, Kaldi just goes with Pyroblast. He understands. He understands that he needs to burst his opponent somehow, and the problem with Kaldi is that he will fatigue faster, right? So right now for Saiyan is the situation where he has to set up his few turns right now. But he instantly goes with Doomsayer and pinging face.
Yeah, because now the opponent has to play Reno, otherwise he's dead, and he knows this, so...
Yeah. Is he? Oh, yeah.
It's checkmate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is exactly
If he didn't play
checkmate.
Reno, he would just Fireball, Frostbolt, put him to 1, and he would die from fatigue the turn after.
Yeah, Kaldi goes with Reno, and
This is why the Doomsayer was pretty. I like the Doomsayer play.
yeah, and
This
then
is
you
still
just
the Reno.
slam the Alexstrasza on the board, on the clear board. This is actually really good.
Playing Doomsayer didn't matter, but it's just a way of, you know that nothing can go wrong if you make it this way, play it this way.
Yeah. So should be a silent game if we count everything right, and I guess we did it right.
Yeah, he can just Alex aggressive.
Yeah.
He can even throw another card into his deck, so he will take a turn later.
And next turn for Kaldi, he's gonna take 2 damage from fatigue, so he needs to be. I mean, is it worth to ping your face anyhow? No, it's not, because you can just get double fireball.
There's just
yeah.
no way anymore.
Yeah, there is no way.
Like, no matter what, JustSaiyan can just put him to a life total where he will die from fatigue.
Yeah, true. So this is GG, and we're gonna see more games after that. I mean, Saiyan takes the Freeze Mage Mirror. I don't know, man. I don't know. This game was so long. We never had the game that long on the tournament yet.
It was long, but it was never actually really close, right?
Yeah, it was almost all the time in the Saiyan's hand. Yeah, so GG.
So Kaldi has Warlock and Paladin left. I don't believe we have seen any of these decks. Do you know that, Barfik?
We actually seen the Paladin, I guess. It's secret, if I remember correctly.
I mean, if he lost his matches, we must have seen at least one of them, right?
Yeah. I mean, we seen the mage, that's for sure. He lost 3-0, and he lost 3-1, if I remember correctly, first 2 games. So we basically seen Paladin. If I remember correctly, it was secret Paladin. I never saw his Warlock, that's for sure, because I would remember the Warlock. And we're gonna see. But what you gonna do if you're like Kaldi right now against Freeze Mage? Warlock and Paladin doesn't seem too good against Freeze Mage.
I mean, it doesn't really matter which one. Does the score matter for the league?
Yeah, because you have the win.
If it does, then you want to pick your best deck now.
It does matter, because
I imagine that will be the Warlock most.
Yeah, because
unless Warlock is Sue.
Because actually, what matters is difference in your win and lost games. I mean, also if you have the same points. I mean, let's say if like 3 players has the same points, then it matter the difference in win and loses between them.
Okay. So he's probably gonna queue his best deck.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what that is. It really depends on his.
It really depends on Warlock list. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not even sure how well Reno Warlock does against Freeze Mage. I would still think that Freeze Mage is favorites.
What
I
if
think even though he can heal to 30, yeah, I guess because you also only have one of the removals, right? You have Twisting
Nether.
It's hard to say.
Sometimes.
One
right,
and
I just feel like that deck.
I don't think. I think it's Zoo. I think he actually plays Zoo, because I was looking on his deck lists just before match, and I didn't saw the big list of the Warlock. So basically like that.
Okay, so it's not a Reno Warlock anyways.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I think I would actually rather play Handlock than Reno Warlock against Freeze Mage. Just because you can apply more pressure. And you
so
have,
he goes with Paladin,
well.
Ooh, that's interesting. If he thinks that Paladin is his best
yeah,
deck,
it's
then
secret Paladin.
he's not in the
that's
best shape.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people
So
say
it was Zoo
Paladin
probably.
is
It was Zoo probably, if I remember correctly. Warlock was Zoo, because I was looking at the list before the start.
Ooh, but this is a really disgusting hand by Kaldi.
Yeah. But JustSaiyan has the Doomsayer.
Yeah, and a Scientist.
So really strong hand from both players here.
And here's the mini bot.
Yeah, so you play Doomsayer first, right?
I guess.
I don't think you Doomsayer here though.
When you have Scientist, maybe you play Scientist, yeah.
You could also just... I'm pretty sure I've heard Thijs say you just ping the mini bot in that situation. I don't
Yeah,
know
Whoa,
if
even-
I agree,
remember Thijs was in a similar situation at this con. He chose also not to play the Doomsayer, but I think he had a Nova at that point.
What does pinging the mini bot gives you there? I mean,
if you play the scientist, the minibot just trades for free. So I guess that's the reason. You just want to pop the shield, so whenever you play a minion, it threatens to trade.
okay, so Kaldi has like better situation right now, it seems. He can.
I wouldn't mind seeing like the Doomsayer there when you have like a follow up like Scientist.
Yeah,
I think it's worth considering.
Yeah, now when I think about
because he
it a
doesn't
little
have
bit more.
Nova. If he had Nova, it would be unreasonable. Keeping it, he basically has to draw Nova.
Yeah, Indren is a smart guy. Now when I think about it more, I just agree with Indren. There is nothing bad with.
But again, we
Doomsayer.
could see Kaldi saying it was
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
I'm sure if Cyan could see Kaldi saying he would have played.
Oops.
The
Oh my god, he got it. He got it.
Nice.
You never know. You never know. But now we know. Frost Nova. Wow, he's not good. Wait, really? Oh my god, this is actually interesting because
It's super greedy, right?
it's
Oh
greedy,
my
but
God, he gets the mega
oh, this is ridiculous.
I mean,
Into
this
low-
represents
into
so
low
much damage on board.
Yeah, he went super greedy, Cyan. I mean,
The reason he didn't do it is that he doesn't have a strong follow-up.
can
Basically,
Kaldi
when you
wait,
want a Doomsayer clear, you want to have a follow-up.
So if he had Emperor,
guys? But now Kaldi has a perfect law tip.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, this is completely over, I guess.
it's like
Wouldn't
less than
that-
1 in 3 that he has the low tip, right?
Wait, he should have attacked first.
yeah, he should have traded.
Yeah, because
That was
But
bad.
I guess he just got so excited.
yeah, lots of on a full board. What a good times after Milhouse popping from the shredder. Oh, I'm so good.
And now he's in a spot where he can't even play the Doomsayer Frost Nova next turn. Unless
Yep.
this heals. Oh, it heals.
Yeah, because he had
Yes,
a.
awesome.
It's so rare you can heal after only 16 cards. Strong.
Yeah, we can say. Oh, guys, maybe Saiyan just went for that play because he knew that he had no copies in hand and he could go greedy. It's actually very smart too. I mean, if
Might actually be why.
I guess
Yeah.
that actually makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, now it makes even more sense.
I agree. Like he only get punished by Loathid, but I don't think he could play around that.
Yeah, so what do you do here if you're Cyan? Do you attack with the Reno first to proc the secret?
Well, there's a repentance, right? So, but you can ice lance the face. It's still very scary because you don't kill the juggler. So, if the
But you
But
can
he can't
you
gain
can kill
momentum.
you can kill the juggler
That's like it's gonna be a full board.
yeah, you
So it
can
doesn't
fill
matter.
the board, so you have to attack.
Yeah, so
You
it's
have
only
to attack.
consecration that kills it.
Yeah, he has to attack. Oh no! Ah.
ah.
Yeah, I don't agree with this.
That has to be a misplay because now it's a 1 in 3.
Yeah, this should be a misplay because yeah, he still can play a minion to
Oh.
maybe snipe.
That's the consecrate, so it didn't matter. I mean, he gets to save the consecrate if the juggler hits. Okay, he just doesn't do it.
Okay, but now you're attacking, right? Or not? Does it? I mean, does it affect you anyhow? If you attack here to proc the secret, avenge everything, it might matter. I'm not sure.
How much damage
Well-
does Cyan have? He has 9.
I mean, if you blizzard, you also buff.
Yeah, if you blizzard, you also buff. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, in any
And
case.
there's a redemption, anyways. Nah, I think I would have still attacked.
And he also, yeah, it shouldn't be right. True? I mean,
Especially not if you knew. The
yeah,
minibot would, come
if you
back.
knew the minibot is coming back, it can be
I mean,
right.
he would have frozen everything if he attacked first.
Okay, he's just going to burn. He's gonna freeze and then he's gonna start burning his opponent's face.
Yeah, but at the same time, if no, this is
I
really
feel like he's
feel
getting
like-
really punished here.
yeah, he getting super punished, I guess.
Yeah, and the true silver is really bad news for him as well because
Yeah, he heals and even deals damage. This is so good.
he was so
Cyan
close
still
to being
doesn't.
able to just burn the opponent.
Oh, he found it.
Cyan still doesn't have enough damage. Like he has, he only has 19 over 2 turns. I mean, I guess he can ping, so 20 damage.
Yeah, so I definitely not agree with not attacking there. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely not agree.
Like he needs the block not to pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the play here? I guess you ping the Knife Circler, then you Frost Nova and Iceland's face. What do you have left then? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can Forgotten Torch something. Maybe you set up a Flame Strike.
Yeah, you should set up a Flame Strike. Wait, is he going for full face mod here?
Oh, he's hoping to top deck another Ice Block, I guess. Does it even make sense? You don't even win that way. You need you need Intellect into Frostbolt and Ice Block. No.
You can still survive another turn just by doing what we said the next turn.
Oh, he didn't. He held his weapon. I mean, he didn't hold his weapon.
Yeah, he can still survive Indran's right. I mean, he can.
He has another weapon. It's fine.
So now you're freezing, ice lancing, and even can play Doomsayer if he wants to. I think you... it doesn't matter because you give the weapon for your opponent. This is
you
like...
can still freeze his face. You're kind of forced to doing it.
Yeah, but you have to freeze his face right now, right? Because he can still have a weapon.
Do it right now.
Yeah, and if you play Doomsayer, you give him weapon for the next turn, definitely. I mean, I guess there is like no comeback in this.
Well, what if he gets an Alex, right? He Doomsayer Frost Nova's Iceland's face.
Exactly. I think he needs to top deck Alex. Yeah. You just clear the board with Doomsayer, Frost
even
Nova,
Ice Block, right?
Iceland.
Even Ice Block, because then you can Ice Block and then top deck Helix.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get like Intellect into... Wait, what?
What happened there? He was expecting that Kaldi does not have weapon, so he would ice lance the face next turn when he give him the how is it called? Hellbringer, Ashbringer. Yeah.
It makes sense because he used one blue silver and the list only runs and a cockhammer probably.
Yeah, I like the play, but still he lost the game. I mean, nothing he could have done.
I was just blinded by